Hi everyone, this is Manuel Mata, and we're going to be going over the listing agreement and some of the commonly used forms in this video. So I've already opened up a .loop. I've named my loop the address of the property that I'm going to list, 12506 Merritt Court. I selected the listing template. And in this video, we're going to go over the information about brokerage services, the listing agreement, and the seller's disclosure. Now, the information about brokerage services is a required form whether you're representing a buyer or a seller. On here, we have White Picket Realty as the licensed broker, the license number, email address, contact information. Our designated broker of the firm, that's Alan Hernandez, his license 562620, and his contact information. License supervisor, again, it's Alan, his license number, and his contact information. Your contact information goes right here at the bottom with your license number and your contact info. Now, in this form, they don't have to sign, they just have to initial, whether they're the landlord, the seller, or the buyer or tenant. Going back to our loop. The other form is the listing agreement. So we're going to go over what goes on the listing agreement. On the seller, you have his contact information, the broker's contact information, and then the legal description of the property. Now, I've already pulled it up on Realist, and so I got the legal description, Lot 21, Block 2 of Crossroads Park from Realist right over here where it says legal description. Exclusions. Now, if they want to take anything that's attached to the property, for example, a ceiling fan or anything that's already attached to the property, sometimes they have speakers and a nice system that they want to take with them. This is where it goes. You want to make sure you know up front before any offers are made, so that way, in case they request it or in case the buyer assumes that that's going to stay with the property, you want to go ahead and disclose it and know up front. Part E, homeowners association. We know that this is a homeowners association. It isn't a homeowners association, so you can select is. The listing price, the agreed upon price between you and the seller, the listing date, and when it ends. In this case, we want to list it today and end it on the 31st of March. Commissions, 6% of the sales price. Again, this is going to be split between you and the buyer's agent. Protection period, meaning that if for whatever reason it terminates or expires and a buyer from your marketing efforts comes back and buys a property, you are protected and you do earn commissions, but there's only a certain amount of time. Here you have to specify how much longer you have after that. So I usually select about 30 to 60 days. County, this is the county in which you're going to be operating off. More times than not, it's going to be in Harris County. But if you're doing business in Montgomery or Fort Bend, Brazoria, Galveston County, go ahead and specify where you're going to be doing business. The listing will be going on the MLS. It's required that it goes on the MLS no later than 5 days after you said that when the listing will go active. If for whatever reason the seller does not want it on the MLS, go ahead and select one of these options. We typically use a showing service, and that is centralized showing. We want to make sure that the owner knows that we're authorized to place a lockbox on the property. This describes how we're going to pay the other agent, the buyer's agent. We select 3%, 3% even if they're a non-MLS broker. Intermediary, we definitely want to have intermediary, meaning that one of our agents within the brokerage can represent a buyer in this transaction. If for whatever reason the owner does not want the listing displayed on the internet or does not want the property address displayed on the internet, you select one of these. The type of financing that's available, more times than not, it's going to be conventional, VA, FHA, cash, or in that in case they're open to owner financing, you select which one's appropriate. Seller representations, this is when you want to know upfront. You ask them, do you know of any liens outside of the mortgage that are currently due? This is when you're going to go ahead and select all the addenda, so we know that we're going to have a seller's disclosure. We know that this one is in a mud district, and we find out by simply going to the tax record and by looking at the jurisdictions, and we see that it has a mud. It's in Northwest Harris County Mud 29. So we know we're going to have a mud addenda. And you want to see if there's any other addenda that may be required on this one. On this one that we're going to, it's not built before 1978. The property was built in 1993. However, if it was built before 1978, we're going to go ahead and use a lead-based addendum. Click on there if it was built before 1978. Broker's name, White Picket Realty. Here you're going to sign as yourself as the broker associate. Go ahead and sign now. And here you print your name. Save it. The other form we're going to talk about in this video is the seller disclosure. These are the three forms that you want to take with you on a listing appointment. You can autofill this form. And this is where you tell the homeowner, I have some homework for you. I need to know what you know about the property. Now, in this case, it's either yes, no, or they don't know. And you want them to be as honest as possible so they can disclose anything that they know, anything they know about the property. It is yes or no, unknown. Simple as that. Have them fill that out. These are the three documents that are needed when going to a listing appointment that you definitely want to have ready when you're going to a listing appointment. So, guys, I hope if you have any questions, let us know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.